Thank you, Madam Moderator. A pleasant day to all of you. I stand here as proud alumnus of this great university. I would like to begin with a story of a young man. This young man wanted to be a doctor of medicine, but unfortunately, his high school education did not prepare him well. As a result, he did not pass the MSU system admission examinations. Luckily, that young man's dream for college education was revived through the college-bound program of the main campus. He entered MSU-IIT not at all prepared for tertiary education, but impelled with a big dream. He braved to take up Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. The end would seem to be anticlimactic. He was advised to shift the following semester. Without clear direction, except perhaps his unfettered dream, he found himself shifting to Bachelor of Arts in English. The irony is, he was a freshman challenged with English language proficiency. The first semester in the department was difficult indeed for him. But MSU-IIT has transformed him beyond his imagination. That young man with a big dream, grateful at heart, desiring to give back, is now aspiring to serve his alma mater. This is the power of education. And I stand before you, surely representing many others who share the same dream. For many, they only know me as a lawyer, the former university chief legal counsel, a law dean, a professor of law, and currently the vice chancellor for academic affairs of the main campus. Little is known about my specialization as a legal scholar. I am one of the very few in the country, and luckily the first Filipino to pursue a research doctorate in competition law. Why is this relevant at all in this discussion? Competition law is about ensuring that undertakings behave efficiently and that they provide the best services to the market. It incentivizes innovation. With these fundamental principles in mind, I shall ensure that MSU-IIT continue to provide the best education, research, and public service in the years ahead. The success of MSU-IIT as young university is truly remarkable, all because of good governance and the hard work, creativity, and dedication of the great men and women of this university. The legacies of our chancellors are indeed huge shoes to fill in. Shout out to Chancellor Professor Socarno Di Tanggol. Please let us give him the loudest applause. However, sustaining MSU-IIT's exponential growth, the expansion of its services, the presence of disruptive innovation, and the impact of the pandemic call a revisit of the institutional design, priorities, and objective to respond to the demands of the ever-evolving educational landscape. Before presenting the pillars of my chancellorship, allow me to briefly articulate my philosophy as an academic. First, I commit to be a mission-driven chancellor. Institution administrators who understand their institution's core purpose and tie it to the educational outcomes provide the richest environment for their students. Thus, a chancellor must be strategic in thinking and result-oriented. But being mission-driven is not enough. Thus, my second philosophy, which is adapting and adjusting to the ever-changing environment. And finally, and I think the most important, is creating and fostering democratic partnerships with diverse constituents. In other words, effective academic administration requires that all decision-making is congruent with democratic principles commonly associated with effective shared governance. Academic freedom shall be inviolable. It is also important that I highlight my understanding of the job that I'm applying for. For me, the MSU-IIT Chancellor has dual personality. He serves as the chief executive of an autonomous campus and a policy or rule maker of a bigger organization, the MSU system. Thus, it is of great advantage that an MSU Chancellor, MSU-IIT Chancellor, has a good working relationship with his colleagues in the board. It goes without saying that an MSU-IIT Chancellor is also an officer of the MSU system. He is a gatekeeper of the system. He must ensure that the system works and that MSU-IIT, in the pursuit of its unique missions, is aligned with the system's mandates. Thus, he must be a catalyst in harnessing systemness. The specific plans of my chancellorship in navigating MSU-IIT's path to greatness are encapsulated in 8 pillars of strategic management. First is redefining MSU-IIT's mission. MSU-IIT is now leading Mindanao to the world. This new paradigm of internationalization and expansion of MSU-IIT's programs necessitates a recalibration of its articulated objectives to reflect its current status and future directions. The second pillar is redesigning the organizational makeup. You might wonder, why fix when it's not broken? We're not fixing. We are only upgrading our current structure to respond to the challenges of 21st century and the expanse of digitization of knowledge. The third pillar is to continue the effort of our Chancellor in modernizing our physical facilities and technological infrastructures. My pillar 4, at the core of my long-term plan, is a transformation of MSU-IIT as public research-intensive university by strengthening our culture of research, innovation, and creativity through team-based, interdisciplinary, and problem-driven research undertakings. The next pillar is to strengthen and expand on more relevant and internationally benchmarked programs. Programs and projects towards this end include, among others, the establishment of the first business school in Mindanao and the School of Interdisciplinary School and Innovation. We will also enhance human resources, rationalize the promotion system, and expand employees' incentives and benefits. As an immediate step, MSU-IIT will have to work with the system for their immediate revision of the ISRP. The seventh pillar is to strengthen public service and social engagement. Towards this end, MSU-IIT will establish a Center for Policy Innovation and Leadership. Achieving operational excellence, ladies and gentlemen, is a prerequisite to excellence in instruction, research, and service. In achieving this, MSU-IIT shall undertake, among others, to enhance the e-governance system. We will have to modernize our campus management system, to integrate big data in the process of the university, to enhance, among others, student access, completion, and success. The realization of these pillars begins with the efforts to solidify what MSU-IIT has already achieved through the years. On its contextualized environment, MSU-IIT shall be influencing the future. And thus, if given the opportunity, my dear colleagues, I commit to be the best version of myself as your next Chancellor. God bless MSU-IIT.